Santa sana. Santa sana. Hola. Hola.
Our celebration is not just limited to 600 people in Salt Lake City, Utah, but instead welcomes hundreds more from all around the world. In fact, some of our expedition leaders and members of all 7 of our in-country teams are tuning in live right alongside you. Hey everybody, there's Pratik, we have Raquel from Ecuador. There's so many of us here, and this is a testament, I think, to the strong global family that we have at Choice. It is truly so good to see everyone. It is inspiring to feel the energy from hundreds of global citizens tuning in from the comfort of your homes, spread out across this country and across the world. Tonight, we have a very special opportunity to raise critical funds to accelerate and sustain the important work Choice Humanitarian is doing around the world. Thanks to an incredibly generous donor, we have a $50,000 match this evening, meaning that every dollar raised tonight will be doubled up to $50,000. That provides a huge opportunity for us tonight, so thank you in advance for helping to reach that goal. We are also so excited to have the national parks here with us tonight to provide some amazing entertainment. They're great friends of Choice and took time from their busy schedule to join us. Back in January, the national parks joined Choice Humanitarian on an expedition to Kenya, where they collaborated with local musicians, danced in the rain with children from the community, and worked alongside community members to complete the construction of a school. I never would have thought that that expedition would end up being the last trip Choice would run before the pandemic. We are so grateful to have them here, and we're looking forward to a great show. Finally, I'm pleased to co-host this evening with Andrea Young, an advocate and friend of Choice, as well as a board member and expedition leader.
Thank you, Riley. It is my pleasure to be here tonight. Before we go any further, we would like to recognize and express gratitude to our generous sponsors. For our presenting sponsor, we'd like to thank Grandeur Peaks Global Advisors. For our world sponsors, we'd like to recognize doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation and Security National Mortgage Company. And then for our village sponsors, a thanks to VCBO Architecture, Cuisine Unlimited, The Depot, and Wheeler Machinery. We can't wait to share our program with you and all its great stories and messages. But first, let's make sure everyone is ready to go with the GiveSmart app. If you've not done so already, be sure to text Choice 2020 to 76278. This text message gives you immediate access to our silent auction, and it is also where you can make additional donations throughout the evening.
Thanks, Andrea. Our time with you tonight is short, and it'll go quickly. You'll meet our new CEO, Steve Pierce, and hear directly from our in-country teams. We promise that you will come away with a huge amount of inspiration. There are longtime friends of Choice joining us tonight, as well as many of you who may be learning about Choice Humanitarian for the very first time. Whether it's your first time or your 101st time connecting with us, we welcome all of you as part of the Choice family and members of the global community.
Do you want to change the world? We do. Over the course of nearly 40 years, Choice Humanitarian has learned that extreme poverty is complex and ultimately rooted in the lack of opportunity and effective community organization. We envision a world in which people everywhere have the choice and the means to live in peace, prosperity, and freedom. Choice Native in-country teams around the world are united in supporting the efforts of vulnerable people to end extreme poverty and build self-reliant, resilient communities. How does that work? Choice Humanitarian works with local leaders in motivated communities to listen to, identify, and address the most pressing concerns of that community. So, if the top priority is water, the Choice team helps the community to organize, mobilize, and execute on creating and sustaining reliable water systems, leveraging both resources from within that country and generous donations from abroad. Take, for example, Sophia. She spends 4 hours of every day walking to obtain clean water. That's half your workday. This adds up. If there was a more efficient way to obtain that water, imagine what she could do with that extra time. This is the reality for women in poverty all around the world. But it doesn't have to be. Once communities recognize their potential, they come together to solve problems and are able to create their own path out of poverty. These communities are then able to repeat this process even in the midst of disaster. Whether it be an earthquake or a global pandemic, Choice communities are better equipped to cope with crises. With the outbreak of COVID-19, communities faced a new set of urgent challenges. Thanks to their local knowledge and strong relationships, Choice in-country teams were ready to connect them with the resources they needed to withstand the pandemic. The goal of ending extreme poverty is bigger than just Choice Humanitarian, which is why we bring together a global community of changemakers, united in the fight to end poverty. With the support of a global community, Choice is able to collaborate with partners to find innovative solutions to some of the world's most daunting challenges. So, do you want to change the world? You can. Join Choice Humanitarian today in the fight to end poverty.
There are many ways to measure extreme poverty, and a common definition is those living under $1.90 a day. That may seem simple enough, but it's often hard to fully understand what that really looks like. Imagine for a moment living in a remote area of the world, miles away from the nearest city, where every day is a challenge to provide for your family's basic needs. There's no electricity, internet, or paved roads. There's no sewer system for waste. And to get water for drinking, cooking, and cleaning, you must walk hours a day. Education opportunities are extremely limited, and you as a parent are faced with the impossible choice to either have your kids support you with family chores or send them several hours away to a school you likely cannot afford. And on top of this, the spread of COVID-19 has now left you homebound, high risk, and even more vulnerable. This is the devastating reality for nearly 800 million people around the world across thousands upon thousands of communities. The pandemic has made this grave situation much, much worse. Global poverty is now set to increase for the first time in 20 years, and domestic violence has doubled. There's been an astounding $400 billion drop in worldwide funding for vulnerable communities and populations. The legacy of Choice over nearly 4 decades and across 7 countries has been to go directly to the people, listen to their needs, strengthen local leaders, and support them along a path out of extreme poverty. We are so grateful for the dedicated leadership of former CEO Leah Barker over the last 10 years and for getting us to where we are today. Under her leadership, Choice expanded into 2 new countries, more than doubled our annual revenue, and spread the reach of the Choice family even farther. Choice is well positioned for continued growth and even bigger impact. And now, let's hear directly from our new CEO, Steve Pierce, about what brought him to Choice, his vision for the future, and where the organization is headed.
Hi, everyone. My name is Steve Pierce, CEO of Choice Humanitarian. I'm so excited to greet you this evening, though under far different circumstances than we have had in years past. I am thrilled to join Choice Humanitarian after dedicating my career to international development for over 3 decades. I came to Choice after serving nearly 30 years with the United States Agency for International Development. My most recent position was as the agency's Director of Policy. My career in development has come full circle. It was launched with the Andean Children's Foundation, now Choice Humanitarian, where I had the opportunity to serve as the very first in-country director for Bolivia in the late 80s. More than anything, my life's focus has been about understanding how change happens and the role that individuals like you and me can play to support those efforts. When I accepted the CEO position, many people wondered, why leave USAID, widely considered to be the preeminent development organization in the world, for Choice Humanitarian? I made the decision to join Choice for many reasons, but I'll name just two. Choice has the in-country capacity to create lasting change among the extreme poor. Our in-country teams use cutting-edge development practice to help communities we serve achieve their own goals and ambitions, and I could see the potential for even more growth in the future. Secondly, I'm so impressed with Choice's ability to bridge divides between societies, cultures, socioeconomic classes, and people from vastly different backgrounds. Through the Choice Expeditions programs, thousands of individuals have had life-changing experiences through intercultural exchange and meaningful service, opening their eyes to the reality of the extreme poor and truly becoming global citizens. Both expeditioners and community members are able to see each other for who they really are, part of the same global family. Choice brings people together around a common cause, and in the process, all of our differences seem to fade. I joined the organization in February 2020. It's been an eventful start, to say the least. Not much has played out as I originally envisioned it. The COVID-19 pandemic has turned our world upside down, affecting all of us, but nobody more so than the vulnerable populations in the communities we serve. Choice as an organization has also been affected by COVID-19. The resulting economic downturn has hurt many of our corporate partners. We've been forced to cancel all of our expeditions. In fact, this year, we've lost nearly 2/3 of our revenue streams. More importantly, in the countries we serve, vulnerable economies have crashed. Unemployment is skyrocketing. Food is scarce, and already weak health systems are near the breaking point. The combined effect of the crisis has forced each of our country teams to pivot quickly to address immediate health and food security needs. In most of the areas we serve, our Choice teams are the only means of support to the community. I'm so proud of the resilience and agility of the Choice in-country teams to mobilize and deliver needed aid with fewer and fewer resources to put towards increasingly greater challenges. Yeah, the pandemic has been hard on all of us, but as we've worked through the crisis, it's also taught us all valuable lessons that will make us stronger and will help us improve our work. For example, we've learned that crisis sharpens our focus, that creativity can thrive remotely, that the power of technology can level all playing fields and help accelerate the way out of poverty, and that in the village, resilience comes before self-reliance. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and for being a valuable part of our community. If you're tuned in now, it's because you care about those disadvantaged and underserved individuals you've met or have learned about. And as you participate in this evening's program, I'd ask that you pay attention to your feelings. Ask yourself how you can help and what role you should play. Give freely of yourself. After all, philanthropy literally means love a fellow man and woman. I'm thrilled to work alongside you as Choice continues to expand our reach both within our countries and across the world. We at Choice and the people we serve will emerge from this crisis even stronger than before. And with your help, we'll employ game-changing technologies to find a way out of the pandemic and a path out of extreme poverty. Thank you.
I've worked closely with Steve since his first day all the way through this pandemic. And on behalf of all the Choice staff, board, and volunteers, I want to take time to address Steve directly. Thank you. Thank you for the late hours at the office by yourself while the rest of us worked remotely. Thank you for the sacrifices you've made to keep our doors open and our in-country teams adequately supported. Thank you for your steady hand in the midst of crisis and for your inspirational vision for what Choice can become in the future. I know that your expertise and lifetime of experience will carry Choice to new heights. If you've ever had a chance to chat with Steve, you know how much he believes in and cherishes the idea of resilience, and you might have heard him say it in his video. Well, let me tell you, I cannot think of a better example of resilience than you, Steve. I want to call out one of his last lines. We at Choice and the people we serve will emerge from this crisis even stronger than before. I believe that to be the case, but it honestly will not happen without the support of the extended Choice family, each of you. The rest of our program tonight will be focused on a few ways that you can make a difference by supporting our incredible auction or making a donation, which again will be matched up to $50,000. Knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. Access to a quality education is critical to breaking the cycle of poverty.
My name is Andrea, the in-country director for Choice Humanitarian Kenya. We visit the villages. One of the priority areas they always talk about focusing on is education. And this is because education is one of the ways that we can lift ourselves out of poverty and be able to change our lives and be able to have a better quality of life. Choice Humanitarian has worked for over 20 years in the community, building classrooms. We have provided scholarships, we have planted trees, we have sponsored teachers to be able to create a conducive environment where these students, when they get to school, have an opportunity to actually achieve good grades and be able to pursue their education beyond the past 8 years that the government does support. One of the most impactful programs that we run as Choice Humanitarian is a scholarship program where we support needy students to get an education from the community. There's a case in point where there's a lady called Madam Eunice Commander. She used to miss school, coming in frequently because of lack of school fees. She would go home to the parents, get a little bit, come and pay in installments. And whenever that runs out, she has sent home again. And during the expedition, she met Tori, and Tori agreed to sponsor her. And out of that sponsorship, she was able to graduate high school with very good grades that managed to take her to university where she got a degree in education. And she went back into her community and was the ECD teacher. And over the years, she showed her passion for this, and she rose to the ranks, and now she actually works for the county government of Kwale, where she is the coordinator for early childhood education. And not only is she inspiring hundreds of kids to start school, but she also ensures that they have the resources and support that they need to be able to start successfully. She said she wanted to get them while they're young and encourage them to not only get in school, but also get the parents to support their children as they start their education journey. COVID-19 has impacted the community very hard. They're already grappling with issues brought on by poverty, and now with COVID, the economic situation has become worse. So the situation that was already difficult has become very dire. The interest of the government to teach through the radio, television, and the internet is impractical in the villages where we work because of lack of electricity, lack of access to these mediums of communication. So the kids in the community were forced to stay at home and have no access to education. However, working with the community-based organization and the community members, Choice is sponsoring home-based learning. So several villages, several households in a village would come together and bring the kids together, and a teacher in the local community would come and provide lessons. The support for the home-based learning is critical to keeping these children focused on education, so when schools reopen, they will be in a better place to continue the education, not be left too far behind with kids who are in better placed environments where they can actually continue their education virtually. As Choice Kenya, we invite you to join with us in ensuring that smart and needy children get to go to school, that kids stop sitting on the floor, they get to sit on desks, that kids learn in classrooms and not under trees, that teachers get the training that they require, the support in terms of learning aids for the kids and mentorship for the students, and be able to raise a whole generation of examples within the community of people who have gotten an education, have been able to start a career, have been able to change the lives of their family as well as the people who are around them for the better.
In each country where Choice works, there are many children who cannot afford to attend school. There are thousands of kids who lack proper schools with clean, safe learning environments. And nearly 1 billion students around the world have had their education disrupted as a result of COVID-19, to which all of you parents can attest. All funds raised right now will directly support classroom and desk construction, scholarships for kids, and remote learning. A $10,000 donation tonight can build one classroom for 50 students. $3,000 can provide 2 students with full vocational school scholarships to continue their education. A $650 donation will scholarship a student through 1 year of high school. $500 will scholarship 3 children through primary school. And just $50 will build a desk and keep 2 kids off of the floor. I know that there are 10 of you out there watching right now who can contribute $1,000 toward our education fund. There has to be 20 of you who can come through at $500 to cover the school fees for 60 children. Now is the time to step up and make a difference. Any parent out there can relate to the chaos that the pandemic has unleashed on their children's education, from adjusting to remote learning through devices, to having to step in and teach their kids themselves while balancing work and daily activities. Now imagine what that experience would be like with no internet, no devices, no electricity. On top of that, you're unable to pay school fees, and now, thanks to the pandemic, your child is falling farther and farther behind. Your donations right now are vital to ensuring that an entire generation of students in poverty continues to follow their dreams and breaks the cycle of poverty. If you have registered on our GiveSmart app, you just received a text with a link to donate for this need. If you haven't registered yet, text Choice 2020 to 76278 right now. And remember, every dollar you donate tonight will be matched up to $50,000. Now, you all know that we have our auction going on right now. Let's take a minute to check in with Andrea and see how it's going.
Great, Riley. I am so excited to share this auction item with you. This is a killer package that I think a lot of people will be very excited about. This is a stay in the San Juan Islands in a private lodge. At this lodge, you'll enjoy a 4-night stay on 33 acres of waterfront property with a private beach and fire pit. There are tons of activities, including a private pond for swimming and a kayak to cruise along in, well, spotting wildlife. Breakfast and dinner will be provided during your stay. You can enjoy salmon bake and fresh homemade clam chowder. This is the escape that you need. This home is gorgeous. Fireplaces galore. You do not want to miss out on this coziest of places. Located on Lopez Island, you'll see orcas, seals, otters, and maybe even a bald eagle. If you're a nature lover, this is a place for you. A big thanks to Mike and Diane Bumstead for donating this item. Check out the app for more vacation spots like Park City and Moab. There are still plenty of deals out there, so be sure to check out the app. And remember, in addition to buying auction items, there are always the options to fund a need or simply to donate.
Hola amigos, el que les saluda Willy Mendoza, director de Choice Humanitarian Bolivia. Un cordial saludo a todos ustedes. Aquí en Bolivia seguimos trabajando para eliminar la extrema pobreza. Nosotros vivimos aquí en el altiplano, más o menos a unos 13.000 pies de altura, que estamos muy altos. Y aquí en la altura, pues muchas de las comunidades donde trabajamos, ellos viven con dos cosas bien importantes. La primera es agua y la segunda es alimentos. Si tenemos agua y tenemos alimentos, lo más seguro es que puede existir la vida, pero si no tenemos agua, tampoco puede producir los alimentos, así que las familias se ponen bien estresados, bien en problema, porque cada vez es más difícil encontrar el agua, ¿no? Lo que actualmente nosotros llamamos el cambio climático también está afectando en estas comunidades. Y esto está haciendo que muchas familias puedan dejar su comunidad y puedan migrar a las ciudades o otras regiones, y el altiplano se está quedando muy desértico. Lo que hace Choice Humanitarian es apoyar a estas familias para que ellos tengan accesibilidad al agua, para que ellos tengan calidad de agua. Hemos encontrado muchas familias que por muchos años han estado tomando agua salada, agua de pozo, agua de río contaminado, y esto les ha traído problemas tanto en salud, tanto con sus niños, en enfermedades, y esto es un problema actualmente. Está haciendo el COVID en nuestras comunidades. Como ustedes saben, la higiene, la limpieza, el lavado de manos es bien importante. Lo que hemos encontrado es que en las escuelas, en las comunidades, en los centros de salud no hay agua potable y tampoco hay buenas letrinas, así que estamos trabajando fuertemente con los municipios para que tengan acceso a agua segura y tengan también sus baños bien limpios para que no puedan contagiarse. El crecimiento de las ciudades, el crecimiento de la población también es otro problema, porque el agua es cada vez más escaso. Así que Choice Humanitarian trabaja para que estas fuentes de agua sean protegidas, para que el agua llegue en calidad y también en cantidad a las familias, para que los ancianos y las familias no puedan caminar muchos kilómetros en buscar agua, sino que el agua esté a disposición cerca de sus casas. Acceso al agua, bueno, Choice tiene tecnologías simples, fáciles de manejar. Nosotros proveemos de agua a las comunidades por medio de sistemas de agua, bombas manuales, cosecha de agua y cualquier otra tecnología que pueda servir para poder proveer agua. También les entrenamos para que ellos puedan mantener sus proyectos en sistemas de agua, para que puedan pagar una tarifa, puedan de esa forma sostener su proyecto, puedan hacer las obras de mantenimiento para que este líquido elemento pueda seguir llegando a sus casas. Así que quiero agradecer a todas las familias, a todos ustedes, amigos, que nos han apoyado y nos siguen apoyando con estos proyectos de agua. Recuerden que podemos cambiar una vida, podemos cambiar la vida de una familia o podemos cambiar la vida de una comunidad entera. Muchas gracias por su voluntad, por su desprendimiento para ayudarnos, para que estas familias tengan mejores oportunidades de vida. Muchas gracias y que sea hasta la otra oportunidad.
As Willie mentioned, water is critical to sustaining human life. Each year, more than 3.4 million people die from preventable waterborne illness. That's 4,000 people a day, most of whom are children. By choosing to fund clean water, you will support building cisterns, installing hand pumps, digging wells, tapping local springs, and installing water pipelines. For just $20,000, Choice can provide an entire water system to a community with running water up to their door. $500 is enough to build a water cistern for one family. There are 780 million people who still live without clean drinking water. An incredible 443 million school days are lost each year due to water-related illnesses. And, more important than ever, we know that hand washing reduces the risk of disease by 50%. We saw some incredible contributions come for education already. And once again, I've got a feeling that there are 10 of you out there who can change the lives of an entire village by giving $2,000 right now. These funds are more urgent than ever with the onslaught of COVID-19. And of course, thanks to Choice's partnerships with local governments and other NGOs, each donation we receive will be multiplied 5 to 7 times over. Even a $50 donation can have a $250 impact. Between the washing machine to the dishwasher, from the shower to the coffee pot, not to even mention toilets, access to clean water is easy to take for granted. Now imagine going through this pandemic without access to clean water at all. How many times do you wash your hands every day? How often do you check on your children to make sure that they are clean and safe? How many times have you thrown your dirty face masks in the wash to be easily cleaned and used again? Clean water is critical to every aspect of our lives and is the fundamental building block of development. Once again, you just received a text with the link to donate for this need. And if you didn't get a text, send Choice 2020 to 76278 right now. And remember, every dollar you donate tonight will be matched up to $50,000. Now let's check back in with Andrea and see how the auctions are going.
Great, thank you, Riley. I'm excited again to highlight another amazing package. This one has a special thanks to Dave and Michelle Larson for this donation. Are you craving a getaway? And really, who isn't? Then you need a trip to Ojai Casa Grande in the Santa Barbara region of California. This is a 7-night stay in absolute luxury. This French-inspired estate is surrounded by natural beauty and picture-perfect mountains. You'll enjoy a resort-style pool and spa, private yoga studio, plus beautifully manicured gardens. Nestled in a citrus orchard, you'll have complete peace and privacy. You'll enjoy easy access to hiking trails, as well as downtown for art galleries, restaurants, and boutique shopping. You'll be located within minutes of tennis, golfing, wine and olive oil tasting, and spa treatments. This is a perfect place for a retreat, a family gathering, or a remote work environment, or better yet, a girls' trip. When the winter blues have you down, escape to sunny California this February. Don't miss out on experiencing this unique property. There are several auction items with no bids. Be sure to check them out. You can get your hands on these items for a steal, especially some great artwork. Remember, there is always the option to fund a need or simply to donate.
Hola, mi nombre es Wilmer Cruz La Madrid. Soy el director de Choice Humanitarian Perú. Cuando nosotros hablamos de desarrollo económico estamos hablando de dos cosas, ¿no? Bien diferentes. Uno que es desarrollo social y el otro que es crecimiento económico. En esta parte del crecimiento económico pues buscamos que con el desarrollo de capacidades puedan acceder a un mejor trabajo, mejores ingresos. Esto también va unido con el desarrollo social, que es acceso a tener una mejor vivienda, a una mejor educación, a una mejor alimentación. Quiero contarles un proyecto que se desarrolló en Cerritos. Cerritos es una comunidad que está a 40 minutos de la ciudad de Piura. Es una comunidad pequeña de más o menos 380 habitantes y se sitúa en un lugar que es pleno desierto y están prácticamente olvidados por su gobierno local. Así que empezamos un proyecto de hogar, un proyecto donde ellos puedan estar con su proyecto y a la vez no descuidar a sus hijos. Lo que por esta oportunidad colocamos con ellas fue el pato. ¿Por qué nosotros escogemos el pato? Porque dentro de nuestra cultura es un alimento que se consume bastante bien, a la gente les gusta. La crianza es bastante rústica, no tienen muchas enfermedades estos animales y se pueden vender rápido. Las mujeres estaban bien animadas porque son mujeres muy emprendedoras, muy trabajadoras y comenzamos a trabajar este proyecto. A los 3 meses comenzaron a recibir dinero, comenzaron a vender sus productos y comenzaron a trabajar una segunda etapa. Y de pronto vino este fenómeno de la pandemia, esta situación de salud, que las hizo que igual que todas las comunidades se mantuvieran aisladas, ¿no? No podían ir a comprar carne, por ejemplo, no podían ir a comprar vegetales, así que ellas tenían un negocio muy bueno para proveer a la gente que estaba por necesidad de carne y comenzaron a vender sus patos y comenzaron inmediatamente a criar gallinas. Sus gallinas comenzaron a poner huevos y comenzaron a hacer una producción totalmente diferente. Entonces, nuevamente se repite el fenómeno de que ellas se adaptaron y frente a una situación caótica para el resto, ellos vieron una oportunidad y comenzaron a trabajar esta oportunidad. Muchas de ellas comentan dentro de sus historias que nunca en su vida pensaron hacer un proyecto a sus 60 años, a sus 40 años y empezar a tener esta nueva experiencia de ser productivas, ¿no? De tener un emprendimiento. Eso para nosotros es muy satisfactorio. Hemos visto muy fuerte la capacidad de resiliencia que ellos tienen para salir de estos problemas. Creo que lo que nosotros hemos dado a ellos ha sido un poco para potencializar lo que ellos ya tenían dentro. Queremos invitarles a ustedes que tienen la capacidad de ayudar, de hacer una donación, que ustedes puedan invertir en seres humanos. Estamos invirtiendo en personas, estamos invirtiendo en generaciones. Un aporte que ustedes hacen ahora no solamente se ve reflejado en la ayuda actual, sino también se ve reflejado en las generaciones. Les invito a que puedan participar en estos proyectos, a que puedan invertir en capital social humana.
At the end of the day, parents in remote villages want the same things that we want: the ability to provide for their families. Choice believes firmly that creating jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities can break the cycle of poverty. By choosing to fund economic development, you will support financial literacy training and business and entrepreneurship development. For only $500, Choice teams can help a family to set up a business and provide vital support trainings to sustain their financial independence. For the last time tonight, I've got a feeling that there are another 10 of you out there who can give $1,000 right now to create business, provide economic stability, and change the lives of villagers. Whether it's the duck raising project we just saw in Peru, helping a banana cooperative become fair trade certified, or extending microcredit to women in Nepal, economic development plays a major role in building self-reliance and generating incomes. Choice has helped hundreds of rural farmers improve their efficiency and profits and provided access to new market channels for their goods. This type of support also prepares small enterprises and cooperatives to take the next step. As Wilmer put it so gracefully, we are investing in people. We are investing in generations. All of us have seen what a massive blow the pandemic has dealt to the global economy. Many of us have had to tighten our belts and navigate the uncertainty of unemployment or shrinking paychecks. Choice works with thousands of individuals who feel those same insecurities, but magnified 10 times, 100 times, compounded by their difficult circumstances. Those struggling with poverty are passionate, hardworking, and creative. They just need a leg up. Choice fills the gap by providing economic opportunities for self-reliance. Now, let's send it back over to Andrea for another update on the auction.
Great, here we are again with another auction item with recreation in mind. We all know what it's like to be stuck at home. Thanks, COVID. With the cold weather coming, how great would it be to have a rock climbing wall in your own basement? The Grasshopper Climbing Wall, adjustable for any size of space, is your answer for bored kids and bored parents too. This retails for nearly $8,000. Don't miss your chance for an activity to keep you and your family happy while indoors this winter, all for a great deal. It has been such a lively auction, and even though we're apart in our own homes, I can feel your energy. Thank you for your enthusiasm, and let's keep those bids coming in. We're coming up on the last chance for some of these great packages, including a diamond rental certificate. Get the tools and equipment you need for your home projects. And I know that we've all been tackling a lot of those lately while we've been stuck at our homes. There's still plenty of deals out there. And as a reminder, the auction will be open until 9 p.m. So be sure to get your hands on artisan goods direct from the countries that Choice works in.
Thank you for your attention this evening and for your desire to learn about Choice. We're almost ready to turn the time over to the national parks. I hope you've been able to feel how impressive and capable the Choice in-country teams are, as Areyu, Willie, and Wilmer shared their experiences. The challenges that the extreme poor face around the world do not stop with education, clean water, and economic development, however. Poverty is much more complex and multifaceted. I'm leaning really heavily into a cliche here, but it truly takes a village, a worldwide community, a global family, to create lasting change for those in need.
Choice Humanitarian is on a mission to create a path to prosperity for the over 736 million people living in extreme poverty worldwide. With the outbreak of COVID-19, that number is only increasing, it's estimated that the pandemic could grow the global poverty level by as much as 500 million people. Individuals in these communities need Choice's support now more than ever. For Sophia, the reality of extreme poverty looks like walking 4 hours a day for water. For the woman in the Cerritos community in Peru, it was the uncertainty of having an inconsistent income. For Eunice, it looked like a hopeless future without the possibility of continued education. But because of your support, that is not how their stories end. With Choice's help, Sophia now has access to running water for her family and has several hours a day back for herself. The women entrepreneurs in Peru now have their own small business and can provide for their families. Eunice has continued her education and now provides scholarships to other children in her community. The stories we've seen tonight are just a few examples of the thousands of individuals who have worked with Choice to become problem solvers. Thanks to their hard work and the support of the Choice in-country teams, dreams are coming true, lives are being changed, and futures are being made so much brighter. As members of the same global family, we each share an important responsibility to support the millions of men, women, and children along their journey out of extreme poverty and towards prosperity. Your donations tonight matter. What we do today will not only meet the urgent needs villagers face around the world, but will have an impact for generations to come.
This is the very best part of the evening. This is where you get to decide the part you will play in this important movement. Tonight, you have seen the unbelievable accomplishments of Choice and how we've continued to provide critical support to the extreme poor despite these unprecedented times. You've met Choice's new CEO, and if you're like me, you feel confident and secure in the leadership and direction of this organization. There are many ways you can engage with Choice. Maybe you have a skill that could prove useful in the field. Maybe you'd like to give your time as a volunteer. Perhaps you want to match profits with purpose and engage your company with Choice's corporate partner program. Through this partner program is how I came to know and love Choice, through my employer, Wheeler Machinery. Tonight, I want to give you 2 specific ways to support our work. First, join the Village, a membership program with a recurring monthly contribution. I belong to the Village. My membership gives me an opportunity every month to reconnect myself with the Choice global community and reminisce about my time in the field. When those dollars come out of my account, I remember the villagers' tenacity and their hope for a better future. I think about the resourcefulness of a village woman in Mexico who I saw gathering pine needles. I saw her at the market later in the week selling her wares of vases and pot holders made from these needles, creating beauty and income from seemingly nothing. One of her vases sits on my desk at work to remind me to be resourceful and always be open and on the lookout for new possibilities. For less than $1 a day, as a village member, you will know that even with your physical presence not being able to be there at this point, you are still part of the important work that Choice performs day in and day out. You are part of a global movement making a difference. As a village member, I also show the in-country teams that I am solidly with them on their journey. They can count on me because I am all in. It's easy to sign up, and you can purchase your month's village membership tonight through the GiveSmart platform. If you're already part of the village, please consider increasing your monthly contribution. Finally, I want to ask you to focus your energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration toward a one-time contribution tonight. We don't want to leave any money on the table, and we still have that $50,000 match. As a reminder, your dollars will be matched, and if your bids haven't been successful, but you still want to give, please consider making a donation. Go to the GiveSmart app and hit the donate at the top of the page. Your donation will be multiplied several times over. A $10,000 donation has an impact that could be $50,000. Imagine how many lives that we can improve. Some of my dearest friends are members of the Choice Native in-country teams, and some of my fondest memories are times I've spent with them in the field. The work they do matters. Our in-country directors are trusted and well-respected in the villages where they work. I know because I have been there. Our directors listen and they care, and they help villagers take ideas and turn them into real, life-changing solutions. What a privilege it is to work with them side by side and to know they are spending our dollars well. If you are fortunate to have weathered the financial storm of COVID-19 and you crave to be part of real change, I encourage you to give to Choice tonight. If you long for a kinder world, Choice is a refuge where love reigns. Will you be part of it? So why do I give? I give because I have grown to know and I love remote corners of the world and the people who inhabit them. I give because just as Choice maximizes its donations many times over, I've received so much more back than I could ever give. Through Choice, I've gained a broader perspective. I've become more grateful. My openness to new experiences has been expanded, and I am more able to fully embrace the moment. And I've definitely gotten braver. Everyone has something to give, whether a smile, the gift of one's full attention, or teaching someone a new skill. I cherish my Choice memories. I love to think about my time in Carmen's humble kitchen, laughing and exchanging stories while drinking rich Ecuadorian coffee. This coffee was grown, harvested, and roasted right outside the window of her welcoming table. There are countless more memories that I could share. I give to Choice because it's not about handouts, it's about leg ups. Choice creates tangible, sustainable solutions. It connects motivated villagers to opportunities. I give because I have enough, and I want my 2 sons to be global stewards who are ever grateful and mindful of others who have desire but no means. Please join me in the fight to end extreme poverty by donating tonight. COVID-19 has intensified what were already dire circumstances. We are at a critical moment. Your donations are needed now more than ever.
Thanks for being a part of this virtual gala experiment tonight. As much as we miss seeing all of our friends in person, this year's event was special, letting all of our in-country teams and the larger Choice family attend the gala together for the very first time. And for that, we're grateful. Again, don't forget to get your final bids in. The auction will close tonight at 9 p.m. And now, the wait is over, and I'm excited to welcome to the stage our friends, the National Parks.
Got this feeling. My eyes, there must be more for seeing. And I know that everybody's dreaming. They grow like titans, or it seems. And I know, I must be planted for a reason. You could be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower. I believe be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower. Yeah, I could be a wildflower. And underneath the sea of stars, I'll bloom to make it through to where everything could be ours. You could be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower. You could be my open sky. You could be my open sky. You could be my open skies. I could be a wildflower. 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 On a breathless night like this, does your mind start to drift? Where does it go? All that I know is I can hear you like a melody. Sometimes it feels like you are next to me. In the light of a blue moon, I've been holding on, it's true. I've been hoping you'll come through. If you wait for me, I'll wait for you. If you wait for me, I'll wait for you. In the light of a blue moon. And with every step I walk, I get closer or more lost. Is it written above in the glow? All that I know is I still see you like a memory. Wonder what it'd be like with you next to me. In the light of a blue moon, I've been holding on, it's true. I've been hoping you'll come through. Wait for me, I'll wait for you. If you wait for me, I'll wait for you. On a breathless night like this, on a breathless night like this, does your mind drift like my mind drifts to you? In the light of a blue moon, I've been holding on, it's true. I've been hoping you'll come through. Wait for me, Wait for me, I'll wait for you. In the light of a blue moon. Thank you so much. We are the National Parks, and we love Choice Humanitarian so much. It's an honor to be here with the Choice crew tonight, playing some music. This is called Monsters of the North. Watch the sunrise through the windows of our car, passing giants on the road, standing guard in the dark. And I saw you, so then in secret, oh, I felt like the jumper off the bridge, and the water below will be keeping this, and I will let you too. Cause I wanna be like the wind, I wanna run with you. We can be wolves, howling at the great white moon. I wanna be by your side when we light up the sky for the world to see. I've seen crazy things out in the forest. I've seen monsters chasing dreams, and that's where I saw me. I was chasing too. Cause I wanna be like the wind, I wanna run with you. We can be wolves, howling at the great white moon. I wanna be by your side when we light up the sky for the world to see. Run with me. Thank you so much. This is called I Can Feel It. I sense it, like the wind change direction. I can hear the storm, it's rumbling, sounds like a freight train coming.
It's a current, electric, fire, magnetic, city streets at night. An eruption, explosion, an earthquake, commotion, gamma ray bursts of light.
I can feel it. Oh, it's like the stars align. I can feel it. Tonight's the night I come alive. I can feel it. It's all coming into my view. My eyes see for miles, I'm on the move. Look now, the water's raging. Feels like the tides are changing.
Oh, it's a current, electric, fire, magnetic, city streets at night. An eruption, explosion, an earthquake, commotion, gamma ray bursts of light.
I can feel it. Oh, it's like the stars align. I can feel it. Tonight's the night I come alive. I can feel it. I can feel it. Can you feel it? There's something in the air, I sense it. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Oh, it's like the stars align. I can feel it. Tonight's the night I come alive. I can feel it.
It's a current, electric, fire, magnetic,
Oh, it's like the stars align. I can feel it.
an eruption, explosion, an earthquake, commotion.
Tonight's the night I come alive. I can feel it. I can feel it. Thank you so much. It started in the moonlight. We were dancing in the shadows of our old lives. I was moving past the dead ends that I'd reached. I've got history, but it won't repeat. Repeat. The day I thought I lost you, the colors drained. I was looking through the window into the gray, thinking the flashbacks can be so vibrant when you're standing in the silence. When you're gone, I'm a ghost, I'm alive. When you're close, when you're gone, I'm a ghost, I'm alive. So come closer. We found directions through reflections, moving closer, can you sense it? I was dreaming of the ocean, shutter closing and we're frozen. Under the light of the moon, did you lose your step? Turn around, sit down, easy to forget, but I've been here before. Flashbacks of what you wanted, take your breath and leave you haunted. When you're gone, I'm a ghost, I'm alive. When you're close, when you're gone, I'm a ghost, I'm alive. So come closer. Come closer. was when I ruled the world. Thank you so much. So, like I said, we're the National Parks, and we love choice. Earlier this year, we had the most incredible opportunity to tag along with Choice and be a part of an excursion, and we went to Kenya, and it was the most life-changing experience to be among those people of Sakake. And I don't know, it's just one of those experiences where you realize you have so much to give, and sometimes you don't know how to give it. But teaming up with Choice was a very clear vision for us on how we could give back and be a part of something bigger than ourselves. And just dancing in the rain with the kids in the village of Sakake in Kenya was one of those experiences that we'll cherish and remember forever. But it was one experience that led to this greater feeling that we want to be involved with Choice for forever. We love you guys. And for anyone watching this, thank you for supporting Choice. Thank you for being here. And you're proof of how much good there really is in the world. When we were in Kenya, we got to sing along. We got to sing with the kids and be a part of the village and a lot of the dancing and singing that we were doing. And at one point, we brought out our instruments and we played a song and we taught the kids how to sing it. And it's called Horizon. And every time we play this song, we think about the people of Sakake, Kenya. We think about that experience and singing this song with those kids. And even though we didn't speak the same language, it's like music is a universal language. And so it was beautiful. So this is that song. This is called Horizon. Burning low. Sometimes I think I see through the forest in the dead of night, flicker back at me. I've been patient, I've been waiting, never knowing if it's changing. Ooh. But a broken heart can be a reason to start brand new. I wanna find what's on the horizon. I wanna find what's on the horizon. The horizon. I was closed-eyed and comatose, moving as the world spun round. Coming close, it's all a little clear now. I've been patient, I've been waiting, never knowing if it's changing. They say a broken heart can be a reason to start again. ones. I wanna find out you're the one. I wanna find the horizon. Thank y'all so much for having us. This is our last song. Thank you, Choice Humanitarian. We love you guys and are so honored to be a part of this event and honored to know the fine people that are involved with Choice. Thank you for watching wherever you are. What a great night this has been. We're the National Parks. This is our last song. This is called As We Ran. Thank you so much. There's things these photographs don't show. When she took my hand, dreaming as we ran, we used the stars in the sky as our map, singing, ooh, if you'll be mine. Tree line when the cloud fell down and covered us in white, and the world below was like a rolling sea, so we watched from the tallest peak. Yeah, we were singing, ooh, if you'll be mine. Thank y'all so much. This has been such an amazing night. Thank you for having us. We're going crazy for one last time up on stage here. Two, 1, 2, 3.